Jamie.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of KSTea. Danny Kim.
David.
And today we have
Savini and
LambC.
Hey yo,
special
LambC
guest.
in the house.
Boom, boom, boom,
Bam,
boom.
bam, bam. Where's my music? Okay. So
Man, it feels so good to have somebody in the studio like this.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Put it down.
Okay. Music's loud. This is LambC's song, by the way. It's called Childish.
Ooh.
Childish.
Everybody thought you were a girl.
That's so funny. We were laughing
People
reading your
thought you were
guys'
a girl.
comments.
People thought you were IU. That's IU in the thumbnail.
I wish I was IU.
I know.
Yeah,
And
that's a compliment,
I wish
I
you were
guess.
IU too.
Yeah, everyone wishes that.
Explain yourself. No,
Maybe
introduce
because
yourself.
of,
Introduce yourself, please.
Well, hi guys. I'm LambC. I'm a singer-songwriter, producer, engineer in Seoul, South Korea. Nice meeting you guys.
Yay.
Wow.
I should say people would likely mistake me because I have a high falsetto voice,
Oh.
and people will be like, "Oh, is this a guy or a?"
No, it
No, your
sounds
voice
like a
is
guy.
really
Yeah,
nice.
you
He's
sound nice.
100% a guy.
Yeah.
You kind of sound like, as a compliment, Eric Num. He
Oh,
has this kind of
thank
voice.
you.
Yeah.
I really like Eric Num a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I love his songs.
Oh, you have a really sexy
think
voice.
Yeah, your voice is
He has a
really,
I like,
really.
really-
I like
Thank
that
you.
fry.
It's like water.
Ah,
I'm
it's-
getting thirsty now.
Morning.
Getting thirsty?
I like that vocal fry.
That's funny.
So today we're gonna talk about. Well, first of all, Enhypen released an album last Monday. So
Yes.
we're gonna talk about our reactions and its performances, and then we're gonna talk
Are
about.
we doing reactions?
No, we're not gonna react live.
Yeah. We're just
but-
gonna be kind of talking about
Yes.
the album, maybe
Yes.
how we felt about some of the songs,
Exactly.
and just a little rundown of the album for
Exactly.
you guys.
And then LambC is here to talk about how to make a K-pop album.
Ooh, yes.
Right. So that
tea
you
is
can
hot.
follow
Just that? No, I want to know a lot more
processes.
stuff, like a whole
like
bunch
the behind the scenes
of.
stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh.
To the best of my knowledge, I will try.
Yeah.
Mm.
Tea is
How,
hot today.
how much will you reveal? Like,
Oh well.
is there like some illegal stuff that happens
What?
in the studios? Like,
Yes.
Oh really? Oh.
I don't know if I'm allowed to reveal all those kind of stuff because
Okay. Did you record in Korea?
You can give us like a little bit, like a sneak,
talking
like a
too much?
sneak
Can
peek.
you disclose some of the artists you worked with, maybe?
Yeah, well, I mean, he is.
You work with
Yeah.
you work with my friend. Jimin.
Oh yes, she was great.
Yeah.
Jimin?
Yeah,
One of
Jimin.
the best vocalists, hands down.
Oh, Jamie?
Jamie.
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 Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
That was-
she's
yeah.
amazing. Which song?
I produced and wrote a song called Stars. It's the last track of the album.
The recent album?
The
I'm Beautiful album?
no, the one
Before
previous.
that?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
the one album that she kind of introduced herself as Jamie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh, people are demanding spill the tea, spill the tea.
Oh boy. Oh well, we got an hour ahead of us.
Yeah.
So
More
let's-
than like the tea, I just feel like maybe just his experiences
Yeah.
with just like producing
Yeah.
or like
Right,
everything,
right.
you know, because you can't, nobody can
Right.
invalidate your experiences,
Right,
like you know,
right.
it's your experience.
How many albums
so.
have you made so far? Or
albums.
tracks?
Oh, so I recently released a full album and I counted my tracks. I had 44 tracks.
Wow.
44.
Aiming
nice
for
number.
100.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did
We're
you-
not,
Did you
yeah.
come here with a Lambo?
No.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh my
Was that
God.
a punny joke? Was that
my
supposed to be a
God.
pun or
No,
something?
it's
Do a
not
lot
a
of
pun.
people
It's like
take a
lamb
joke
o.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
A lot of people make fun of my name. Used to make fun of my name. Up until now. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but yeah, Lambo is definitely one of
Oh, I didn't
top list.
realize. So your real name is Lam.
yes, with a B.
Who is it? Korean?
Oh, so like
Yeah.
now I think legally you can't use the name Lam. My Korean name is
They
Haram.
banned it?
Yeah, Haram. So you have to use the correct spelling of
Like
R-A-M.
L-O-R-A-M.
R-A-M.
Yeah, but then back in my day, like we could use whatever spelling.
Can't
we
you do like
wanted.
Wait, who banned
L-L-L-A-M
what?
too?
Who banned what?
So the government banned like people from using a certain like different spelling of their name.
The RAM.
Yeah,
the
so like
RAM
it's,
or-
my name
Standardized the
is
spelling.
Haram. Yeah, they standardized it.
You mean the Korean government?
Yes.
Ah,
so
okay.
Now you can't use LAM or LAMP.
okay.
You have to use RAM.
But in the States, you can use your name as Lamb, right?
yes,
So you don't need to change it, right?
no.
You, so,
I like Lam.
yeah, okay.
Ah,
Did
okay.
friends make fun of you for that?
They did. So I used to have like another English name, which was Daniel.
Oh,
Yeah, of course. It's either
So, like-
Danny or David.
Yeah, it was a Christian name. So yeah, but
Your name's
I started.
Daniel?
no, Danny.
Oh yeah, okay. I was
Danny,
gonna say,
but,
Shit, though.
I was gonna say,
He's like, oh,
It's
he's
the
the
same
farthest
shit.
person
yeah,
from
I was like, he
Christianity.
does not look like
Danny is
Daniel.
Daniel.
And then I started using Lam again when I got to my college years because everyone started calling me Daniel, and everyone had a Daniel friend,
Yeah, yeah.
and they mistaken me for another Daniel, or they called me Kim, which again, there's a lot of Kims, so
Oh.
I was like, no, just call me Lam.
Okay, we're getting some funny comments here.
What?
Saying you look like 손성득.
손성득.
do you
Let
know
me
who that
let me
is?
search that.
Can you put that up in screen?
It's BTS's head
Okay,
choreographer.
got it.
Put that up in screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Hybe's head choreographer.
He's a choreographer.
Yeah.
For BTS.
Oh, and actually, he trained
Enhypen.
Enhypen.
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I think it's the
손성득.
beard, guys.
손성득. Yeah, Sonstar. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one. Can we show it on screen? Oh, he looks nothing.
That's like the old days.
Yeah. We need a full beard. We need a full beard.
We need the recent.
Oh, can
picture.
we get
A
that?
recent
Oh
picture
yeah.
like this.
Oh, I see. Oh,
Hey.
I see.
Yeah, with the
He
glasses.
actually does look like me.
I see
Yeah.
it.
Oh, holy
I
shit!
actually do
Wait,
look
are
like
you
him.
손성득?
Nah,
hidden
can't
level.
dance for days.
So today's KST we have 손성득.
손성득 is reacting
Yeah.
to Enhypen today. Okay.
Oh,
that's
this is
great.
gonna be a highlight clip.
All right.
That's great. Okay, so let's get on to Enhypen.
Yeah, so for those of you guys who might not know, Enhypen recently just had a comeback, April 26th, so it is fairly recent, and all of us have also heard it, so we're going to be kind of giving you guys some of our favorite songs that we liked from the album. The album has a total of 6 songs. There is an intro, the invitation, number 2, Drunk-Dazed, which is going to be the title, number 3, Fever, number 4, Not For Sale, number 5, Mixed Up, and then 6, outro, The Wormhole. Okay, yeah, so basically that is a little bit about this whole album song list. I don't know if some of you guys might not know who Enhypen is, but basically they were formed from the survival show Island, right?
Everybody knows.
I mean,
our
they're
channel.
okay. Yeah, your channel might not know, but
Still,
just for
yeah,
maybe some people who might not
Just to be
know,
clear,
I did want to let you guys know, basically, because a lot of them might not know.
Did you know about Enhypen before you came on the show?
You can be
To be
honest.
very honest, no. Because I
No, but they've only been around for like a year now.
yeah,
so.
I think they debuted it like 6 months ago.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
like,
so-
November.
Yeah,
November.
they're really fresh, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plus, to be very frank, like I don't really listen to a lot of
Oh.
idol music.
Oh.
Aside from like
Oh.
No,
Red
it's okay.
Velvet and
I
like
think that like once you're in the entertainment, you try to listen to other music other than K-pop, even though like you
'Cause
might
that's
be in the
work?
Korean scene, because you want to maybe be either different or you're
see.
just surrounded by that all the time that you want something refreshing,
That's
kind of.
true.
You
That's
know?
true.
Yeah, and that's
True.
not that's not wrong to say because
Yeah.
like we always say on our channel, like most of the Koreans don't actually listen to K-pop.
No,
You know, ironically.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah.
But Seongmin, thank you for the $5. LambC, love like that is beautiful.
Oh,
Aw,
your
thank
song.
you.
Hmm.
And thank you for coming on KST. Okay.
Yes. So
And yeah, so Enhypen, you didn't listen to it before.
no, but I listened to
This
the
album.
whole album.
How did you think?
Ooh.
How did you like it?
Producer
Man, the
take.
production was pretty on point. Like all the songs were really good. To be very
Yeah.
honest, like I couldn't pick out a song where, I would say, this song just went in because of a song count track or
Maybe the intro.
maybe the intro and the outro, but like I think they had like a certain vibe they
Yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to,
yeah.
the
put in
intro
the
almost
album.
seemed like a movie, so it kind of like
Yeah.
goes
Like a
into
movie
their
trailer.
Yep.
like their whole experience of what they're gonna be experiencing. Because their first album, Border One, is where kind of like the beginning of when they were trainees and they're going to like the borderline of becoming an actual artist. And then this album, Border Carnival, is when they are actually artists now. They debuted, and it's kind of like their experience through that. So I think it's kind of like an introduction. The intro is like, hey, we're gonna be going into the idol world, and this is all the things that we're gonna be experiencing throughout the album. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Exactly.
good round.
Yeah, right?
Wow, nice job, Sophie.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is the reason we have you.
And now it's your turn, Danny.
I'll be very honest.
Oh no.
No, I didn't listen to the entire album.
Oh, okay.
Here you go.
I always like get shocked.
Okay,
whenever
well,
you say
this
that.
week's was very busy for me, so I listened to the first 3 songs like 5 minutes ago. My number one reaction, my first reaction when I first heard the title track was
Drunk-Dazed.
Drunk-Dazed. Number one, I don't like that title, the name.
Why not?
Number two, the song itself, it really reminded me of Panic at the Disco. It has that dissonance of Panic at the Disco. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
It's very dissonant in some parts, and I really like that shit.
Yeah.
That's my type of stuff there.
Yeah, it
So-
was super like hardcore. Like I think just like the whole song is like, whoa, this is so cool. Like every time you were
Right.
listening
and
to it.
Kay appears in the music video. Kay is like one of the contestants that failed to get into the final team, and he was my pick. He was my boy.
EJ was there too.
Yeah, whatever. But Kay was my boy.
That is so
That is-
disrespectful.
Kay was my
What
boy.
the hell?
Kay
What the
was
hell?
my-
Respect
Well,
EJ.
Okay, EJ, cool, but Kay was my boy, so like I was really excited. Their so Big Hit Hype is their Japanese side is coming out with a group with the members that failed to get into Enhypen.
Oh wow.
So Kay is part of that group. So I'm guessing that they're gonna start doing activities soon because they're putting Kay in that video.
Okay, so for the people who are going crazy that Danny's gonna get canceled, he's joking. He's just like he's this kind of guy. You guys better know him by now. Like,
yeah.
So
I mean, stop watching this channel.
no, don't say that. Oh my God! Why are you trying to make things worse? Okay, like I'm trying to make.
I
things
respect EJ.
Yeah,
but,
he's just joking.
Kay
He's,
is my boy.
His character is just an asshole. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
don't trend that on Twitter, guys.
Are you-
Please, I beg
How are
you.
you enjoying this show so far?
I'm loving this vibe. I don't think I've ever been
very
into like a
uncomfortable?
no like funny thing is, like, the more formal I get into, like in like radio situations, or
You
like
become more
I
awkward, right?
I become
or you
like
tense up.
yeah. And
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is just
you can
like
be as free as you want.
yeah.
Yeah. say some outrageous stuff.
What
It's not my career that's getting canceled.
Anyways, so Danny, was that your favorite song?
Well, I only listened to 3 songs, and number 1 was an intro.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that's my favorite song.
Okay.
Actually, that's my favorite song that I've heard from Enhypen though, because like honestly, like the past Enhypen tracks, I was not that hype about. But this track, like I really like Panic at the Disco. Like I'm a very big fan, so like, it just having that vibe is
Okay.
already a very big plus for me.
David, what about you?
Yeah, definitely Drunk-Dazed was my favorite as well. It was the
Wow.
most impactful. And I think we should also talk a little bit about the MV as well. I don't know if you guys have seen the
Yeah,
MV.
David
we
was
saw.
crazy about that.
The music video was sick, like in
Yeah.
a good way. And it's a concept like I haven't seen in K-pop. Honestly, like I was kind of shocked watching that. There's a lot of blood, like red substances, like splattering all over the place. You know, they're even drinking that and stuff like that. So I'm like, what am I watching? But at the same
War.
time,
I like
yeah,
that.
it's very like challenging and it's like very aggressive. I really like that power. And you know, Enhypen is relatively a very young group and a new group.
Yeah, they're
But
young.
yeah, just considering that, going through with that like
Yeah.
hardcore concept, it's not like an easy decision to make. I really respect that music video.
They're kids.
And yeah, about Drunk-Dazed though, like I really like maybe I have this kind of kink, but whenever I hear songs, like there's like
What?
no, not about,
Where is this
Hey.
going?
no. But whenever I hear songs, hear me out for God's sake. Whenever I hear songs, you know those songs that have like, you know, you're singing like monotone, like, you know, just going with the song, and then there's those variations like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah.
I really get like, you know, turned on with those kind of things. And Drunk-Dazed has those aspects. You know what I'm saying, right?
I know
Did you
what you
mean.
notice that part in
Yep.
Drunk-Dazed?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, this is my shit. I really like that.
Okay.
And okay, now
Okay.
people are like looking at me like a weirdo, but
No, but I could totally relate because like as
boy.
Was that your favorite song too?
no, that was my favorite part of that song
Oh, okay.
as well, because it shows what they wanted to convey
Right.
musically. And like for
Right.
idols group, it's very important for, you know, producers to hook listeners straight away, and that part
Right,
does that very well.
That was
Oh,
so
you do it way
different.
better
That
than
was
me.
So
Oh my God, I
different.
got, like-
Listening to David. David, can you do it one more time?
wow, Subini. Oh my god.
It's okay.
I'm not gonna do it now. Yeah.
My favorite was Fever though.
Oh, Fever.
yes.
Fever was good.
Groovy.
Fever was very groovy for sure. It almost didn't even feel like a K-pop song in a way.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, is this K-pop? And I was listening to the lyrics and I was like, oh, it is Korean, like, you know.
And then I searched up the credits for like who wrote it, and there were like 6 different writers in it, and consisted of, you know,
Foreign
international, foreign writers as well. So
I also liked Not For Sale.
yeah, that was good. Too.
Really?
Oh.
What? I just said. What?
I mean, it's definitely like not as complex as like their title track, but I do feel like if you like to listen to kind of like laid back music, or you know, just
Yeah,
like
I agree.
chill music, I feel like that's more of a favorite for a lot of people too, because like the music there, you know, the title track is good, but it's like you can't listen to like all
Yeah,
the time, like,
it
every
kind of
day.
overwhelms you
Yeah.
at some point. But
Yeah.
I agree. The what was it? Not For Sale was very chill, and also, but the thing for me is like with those chill songs, technically when 7 people are like splitting parts and you know singing it, sometimes it gets like, you know, it kind of you know makes me a little bit. How do I call this?
Wait, what? Do you want to kind of rethink about it?
No.
Okay.
Turned on?
No, not turned on, but I not no. Sanders just playing now, but you know what I'm saying, right? Okay, I'll just leave it there. But that's just
I
my-
don't know what you're saying, but okay.
I can't find the right word.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, this is getting
I-
weird.
like in Korean, I would say like 애매해, But
to give out parts.
yeah.
Big.
But it feels like you're just like giving parts because you want everyone to be equally singing.
Arbitrary.
Yeah, but I would just like to enjoy the chill vibe of the song, like from being. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a music critic or producer or anything. So.
But anyways, a lot of people are saying they like Mixed Up as well too.
Mixed
that
Up.
one is a good one. So that one actually talks about the vulnerable experiences growing up in the public eye. So like
really?
them feeling like 좀 불안해 and vulnerable with like what the public sees in them.
I mean, they were like being watched on that show. Did you watch that show? Do you know the concept?
No.
So like they were contestants on this show called Island, and basically for like every single day for like a few months, I think, 24 hours they had cameras rolling on every corner of
Island. Yeah.
You watched the show together. What are you talking about?
That's intense.
It's like Big Brother. You know the show
it's
Big
like Big
Brother, right?
Brother.
But idol version. And there was like politics.
Wow.
And then K, my boy, he was kind of like, being the big boss. And like,
I see.
he made some people cry, which I liked. I'm into that. And then there was this other guy named Jay who's also my boy.
Oh yeah.
Jay, my boy.
Jay and the MV, everyone actually, they look so sexy. I mean, maybe I should rephrase that. Not sexy, but like very charismatic, powerful.
I'm starting to think where David is trying to go.
Yeah.
With this.
LambC is regretting coming on the show already.
But yeah, not in a erotic way or anything. But anyways, you get my point.
Yes.
And Sonu had a lot of screen time from what I
Mm.
saw, and his visuals are just out of the world. So
Okay.
yeah, it was really, really good.
So you guys like it? You guys all liked it?
I like it.
I loved it.
I also
Okay.
like the choreography as well. They actually said that it was 3 times harder than their previous choreography, so they practiced even more than their
Yeah.
debut
I mean, it was
because
intense.
if you guys look at the dance, like it's intense. It's a lot of crazy movements going on. Yes.
Okay, Coco Ling, thank you for the $5. Can Danny do a live reaction watching / listening to Mixed Up performance because he hasn't listened to it yet? We won't do it today because this stream has to be monetized. It's a very expensive production, but we will do it on another live stream. Thank you, Coco. And also, we have special news actually. So after this live stream ends, we're gonna film a review. We have this new series called Critic, where we have a professional music critic come in and review K-pop. Do you know the music review site Ejim?
Ejim.
Okay, well
not
now,
really.
now
Sorry,
this is not
I'm
a good look
very-
for my new series. But anyway, there's this big review critic, music critic website called Ejim, and we have a editor-in-chief there coming on our show, and he's gonna be reviewing Enhypen, and that's gonna go up in a few hours. So
Oh,
we'll
so you
look
guys
forward
are
to that.
doing it like back to back, a little bit about
Yes.
Enhypen and then a
Yes.
more
Yeah,
detailed
even more.
review. Okay,
So
Yeah.
go look forward to that, and on to the next news.
that's
Are we?
Can we
That
talk a
was-
little bit
that
more?
was-
Because like a lot of people like are asking questions in the chat.
okay.
Okay.
Like a lot of people are curious about what your thoughts about like maybe individual members in the groups, or like how do you describe their voices as, like, you know?
I would like to say like I'm baffled on like how good looking they are, how great of a dancer they are, how great of a singer they are. Like how do they have all of that 3 unique special traits in one? Like that's just unfair in my
I
opinion.
mean,
Yeah.
they are literally the ones that
I'm
survive.
angry now.
So,
I
yeah.
think like while for me personally when I listened to the whole album, I liked that they had different sonic textures within their albums, and like some as you described are chilled, some are very overwhelming.
It's like a very wide spectrum.
Yes, and I think like if you're an artist trying to release an album, you wouldn't want to put every track as something very overwhelming or too powerful. You would want it to kind of sit well within, like reading a book. You have to have like certain ups and downs, and I think they did a very good job on the album
Right.
trying to do that. So
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Very interesting.
No, I was just timing at the comments. So supposedly K and EJ were werewolves and Enhypen are the vampires. Yeah, that's why there's blood. Aren't y'all shook of how much Nicky has grown? Did you notice?
Yeah, he's a big boy now. I feel so weird saying this shit. They were little kids, okay? They were little kids, and then now they're like, look at that.
And Giselle knows
Holy
her
shit.
stuff because Jungwon's voice, though. Yeah, Jungwon's voice was very noticeable. I agree. And
all of their voices, though, I feel like they've kind of improved even more. Like even listening to not just their title track, their other songs too. I thought that there wasn't a vocal that was like, oh, he kind of sounds like off or like it's not great. There was nobody that was like that. Everybody's vocals, I was like, man, they're all really good at singing, is what I thought.
Yup. No.
What is this?
I'm just reading the comments again. Yeah, I'm just picking good question.
Christine is pissed.
No,
No,
that's
that's
revenge.
it.
That's
We're done.
revenge
Yeah,
from
yeah.
last time. But Sonu's voice is heavenly. Nikki got more lines. They look big and really different from Island. Songwon dancing in the blood. Yeah, that was definitely a highlight. And another highlight was Jay and Heesung doing like this and walking in the party, stuff like that. So yeah, it was a great song, Drunk-Dazed. I'm still wondering what the song's title means, kind of, but
Yeah.
Drunk-Dazed.
I'm interested to see what the critic will say about
yeah.
it though, because we're just giving like a very vague, like it was chill,
Yeah.
So I feel like you guys should look up to that as well, since it's going to be on their channel coming up
Christine,
very soon.
thank you. You're such
And-
a good. What?
No, go on.
No, you're such a good host. I just wanted to say that. Okay, we have
Jasmine,
Yes.
thank you for the $5. This is random, but LambC looks exactly like the BTS performance director. choreographer.
We've been through that already.
You gave $5 for that? Wow.
Jasmine,
thank
we've
you.
been through that already. Yes, she looks like Son Sung-deuk.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't
like
mind.
him. I like his beard. I like your beard, man.
Oh, thank you.
I can't grow a beard like that.
Natural.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
all
it's
natural.
pretty amazing. Okay, next news. We're gonna talk about the process of making an album
Yes.
with LambC. Okay, so run us through. Say I'm a singer-songwriter.
How about we get like a short introduction of his like music
Career?
journey,
Oh,
Right,
yeah, let's
right.
do
and
that.
then
Self-intro.
after he can
You're a
kind
good
of,
host.
and then
Yes.
he can show us, different procedures like that he went
Exactly.
through. So just like a short introduction of your music journey.
So I started off playing in church when I was little, and the first instrument that I ever picked up was the trumpet and the piano.
Okay.
Damn, those are
Very.
very different instruments.
Yeah, it was
super
kind of
different.
weird to start with a trumpet, but
Yeah.
then one of my mates was like, "Oh, you should try trumpet. It's fun." And then I kind of got into it, but then I kind of didn't like, having to, perform trumpet. So I ended up playing the drums instead at a young
Man, what a
like,
musical journey already.
Yeah.
Like
And so-
trumpet, piano, drums.
Yeah, and then you come to the age of where you have to decide what you want to do with your
Yeah.
life, and mine was either to do sports because I loved football or
Like
go
football
to-
as in soccer?
yes, but football
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like real football. Real football.
because I watch English
Football.
Ah, so-
exactly. Yeah.
when they say soccer they
Yeah,
get pissed.
yeah,
And
I
so but yeah.
football.
Sandra approves.
So I started playing drums. I went to college playing drums, and then I auditioned for Berklee College of Music,
Wow.
and I got a scholarship
Elite.
Scholarship
to
too.
Damn.
to Berklee as
Was
a
it like
drummer.
Whiplash?
Drummer.
Nothing like Whiplash. Nothing like Whiplash. The professors were super kind, and they're like,
really?
"Oh, yeah, just jam with me. Yeah, you're doing good." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I got a scholarship. So I went to Berklee, and I was intending to be a performer. So I wanted to major in performance. But then I got there, and I looked around, and everyone was playing their instruments pretty damn well,
Yeah.
regardless of their major.
Right.
And I was like, okay, what do I do? Everyone's playing well. I should just try to learn something that I don't know at all. And so I heard from my really close friend that Berklee was #1 for music production and engineering. And so I was like, okay, let's do that. And then I auditioned for that, and then I got in, and because they only have a few like.
So good at getting into just these
Eh,
auditions.
yeah.
You must be just like freaking
Just like
talented.
that.
No, I worked my ass off. So and then so I got into the music production and sound engineering major, which led me to not only drumming, like recording drums.
Yeah.
It led me to songwriting, like recording myself,
Right.
recording vocals, and then I started writing songs, and then tried recording it, producing it, and kind of, naturally developed a habit of writing songs and releasing.
This is when you were in America, right?
Yes.
So you started everything in America, and then what was like your journey kind of like coming to Korea? Like what was your decision to come to Korea or start music in Korea, or
Yeah, so this is interesting because I wanted to live in the States.
Yeah.
And I got a job offer at New York, a sound engineering job. And I was like, that's nice, but you can only be an artist at a certain age. I mean,
Right.
personally, I believe that once you're over like your 35s and like no one really wants to see you as much.
I mean, your market size diminishes.
Yes,
very
so
greatly.
Especially
yeah.
so I wanted to just, try making it as an artist first before trying to go into like the engineering
Right.
part of the
You're
process.
like, why not give it a try?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so I declined the offer, and then I came straight to Korea after I graduated. And then I had this little gap of military service. And then
Oh wait, so you're Korean?
yeah, so I have a Korean citizenship
Oh, that
because I lived my whole life in Malaysia and the States.
Ah.
More in Malaysia, but then I can't have a Malaysian citizenship because
They
they
don't take you.
require to change religion
Oh, really?
and also my name. And my dad's a pastor.
Oh,
So
that's
that
not
is
gonna
not
work.
gonna work at all.
Oh,
So
that's a complicated situation.
yeah, so
Anyway.
military.
Army.
I
After
thought-
Army,
yeah.
got signed to my label,
Oh.
Happy Robot, and then started from there. But I've been releasing music right after I came to Korea. Like I just, Love Like That was pre-label, pre-military. And like I started releasing songs. And
Did you want to go into a label in the beginning?
No.
And then what made you change your decision?
How did
We
that
have the
happen?
label people right here.
Oh yeah, they're sitting right in front of us.
Because I'm figuring like I'm figuring if he put out something by himself, I mean he probably in the beginning initially wasn't looking for entertainment. So did they contact you, or
Yeah.
were you, and then were you kind of at a place
So-
where you wanted to go in at that time, or?
I kind of came to Korea knowing that I could do a lot by myself because I knew how to record, mix, master, release, publish, all that stuff. All I needed to do was do a little bit more running, do a little bit more
Yeah,
research,
right.
and I could make it, independently. And the moment I realized that, maybe getting into a label and learning would not be such a bad idea was when it came to like finance. Because I had to like pay rent.
yeah.
I had to like,
Right.
if I had to make a music video, I had to like,
Pay that shit.
and
Yeah.
it wasn't easy.
Do everything
Right.
for
Yeah,
yourself.
and
Artists
like
struggle.
I had nothing in Korea when I first came, so everything had to go through me. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm lacking that 2%, which
Right.
is finance. So
They got the money.
yeah, so I was like, no, I literally straight up told my 이사님, like, cause he came to me and I was
me
like, actually, I don't really want to be in a label because I know what the split is gonna be. I
Yeah.
know how, like,
Yeah.
the longevity of a
Right.
contract and
Right.
the downsides of it.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, straight up, no, I don't want it. But then
I
he
want you
contacted
to.
me again, like after a year, and he's like, do you want to be in the label? I was like, you know what, maybe I could learn.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
I
This
could
is like
learn
an
and-
opposite thing too. When you're in K-pop, even after they come out of their contract, and let's just say like they're individuals now, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've wanted to become individuals for so long, but these idols go back to companies because they know like how much a company could still take care of them, even though there's
Right.
minuses as well too.
Mm-hmm.
So I,
Right, it's a headache.
yeah, it's
being
like I
alone.
feel like they know, but they're just like I think it's still a bigger advantage, you know, to be in a company and to be taken care of.
Right. They
Even
have
in the K-pop
platform,
scene
they have
too.
the networks,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
the infra. So.
Yeah, so interesting journey so far.
And I want to also ask a question: is like, is there a difference between kind of like indie production and rather than like K-pop? Because I'm pretty sure even producing or just like having a album come out is going to be a totally different process than what I imagine a K-pop production would be.
Yeah, so I have a couple of friends who work in like writing songs for idols. And so what I know is that they usually, let's say Enhypen wants to release an album. Usually there'll be like a lot of songwriting groups, like not just one group,
Right.
like dozens of people
Right.
working on songs. Like let's
Yeah.
say one team comes out with like
The top line.
5 or 10 songs.
Yeah.
And then they'll send those songs to the company and other songwriters will do the same. And then at the end of the day, when they collect it, they have like roughly around 80 songs per day,
Yeah.
Whoa.
which ends up in like 1,000 songs
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
in their category. And then they choose
Right.
what they want to use within that category. So, number one, I think that's the only, like, you can't have a bad song because you have 1,000 songs to choose from
Right.
in the beginning, and I think that's a very good tactic.
Right.
But also at the same time, like if you're a songwriter writing for
Right.
the artist, you're like, oh, I wish my song got picked. But usually that's not the case. So
It's, actually, I have some experience in that because I ran a publishing company with my friend who's a songwriter, and we had like our concept was that because a lot of K-pop labels were looking for foreign songwriters, they wanted like the international style, so we had a lot of international songwriters contracted under us.
Oh.
And then my friend would put on Korean lyrics and maybe kind of K-pop pies the song a little bit, and then we would pitch them. The thing is, like, you know, we have like 20 30 people writing
Yeah.
songs for us, sending songs to us, hoping that they would get selected, and then we're sending those songs
Yep.
to the labels. Thing is, like, it's very rare. Like, out of
It's
the
very
30,
rare,
30
like-
people, like 0 people could get the song
Yep.
selected. And I would have to deal with the communications, which was like so stressful because they're like, did my song get picked? Did my song get picked? And I'm like,
where did it go?
bitch,
Like,
shut up! I don't know. Okay.
Whoa.
So
Yeah.
anger.
No,
Anger.
it is. It is stressful though because
Yeah, I
like, you
could
know,
only
like
imagine.
I me being the middleman, of course I want their song to be selected, but it's like I can't force them down their throats. Like they receive hundreds of songs. Even
Yeah.
smaller groups, not even like Enhypen, but like
But the
smaller
thing
groups
is, so
as well.
also some groups and some entertainments, they have an in-house director at the same time too. So basically, they'll be telling the in-house like composers or like, oh hey, for this concept we want this.
Yeah.
So basically, they're the only ones that they're gonna be going through, and they could literally like repeat to be like, no, not this one. It's not this one. It's gonna be stressful for the
Kemi 작곡가.
yeah.
Okay.
Ant workers.
Yeah,
Ant
they're kind of
writers.
like a 직원 in the
Yeah.
company, and then they're just constantly pumping out songs for their
Whoa.
idols.
They're like a slave.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think there's like a certain contract for that too. Like you have to push out a certain amount of songs for
Damn.
their
Yep.
entertainment, but then you are getting paid. But it's gonna be more stable because 작곡가s,
Right.
or like composers and producers, sometimes you might not sell a song, you know. So for them, they're
Right.
just rather be like, okay, at least it's stable, you know. All I need to do is push out songs for them.
And also, if one song gets super popular,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
get like the
Right.
credits and stuff.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. So there's a lot of people who do that too. A lot of companies because they know that they could actually ask people for a lot of stuff. Because sometimes companies too, they feel bad asking producers like, "Can you change this? Can you change this? I don't like this part. Can you change this?" But if it's like an in-house director,
Yeah,
they'll
they'll
just
Be
be
like,
like,
yo, change it.
"Oh, 이 부분, 이 부분
getting
여기
paid.
있고." Yeah.
You're getting paid. Change it right
Yeah.
now.
There's people like that too.
I mean, that's K-pop.
Yeah, that's K-pop.
That's K-pop
K-pop.
idol-ish business. I think more of indie. Like, if I were to say things about our company and our artist, usually how the song process would be is me as an artist would try to make at least a good demo
Right.
for the label and the team members to like hear, and then we'll pitch the song to our whoever is managing us and ask them like feedback, and then they'll come back and be like, oh, I think the song is good, and let's try to work around this, or let's just do this as a single, and then that's when the whole thing just gets decided basically. And after that, it's more of like, oh, how do we market this? How do we make this more sellable or
Right.
stuff like that. It's a much shorter process, I would say.
And
And
less
I feel like
stressful.
you
Yeah, it
guys
sounds
get
much less stressful.
you guys get more creative freedom as well, right?
Not everyone, I believe, but
Oh.
Oh, some tea right there.
no, because
Oh, right now?
but I like for me, for my songs, they've never touched one bit of my creative, decisions.
That's great.
No, that's
You
true.
can- you can
That's
speak
facts.
with your
no, no,
mouth.
yeah, those are facts. Those are facts. No, but
Speaking
even
probably
like
Morse code.
I wouldn't let them, mess with my songs. That's the thing. Like, I'm open to listening to comments and feedbacks, but if I truly believe that
Yeah.
I have this, thing for this song, then I just
Don't
tell
fuck
them.
with
Yeah,
brand.
I'll be like, no, I like this song. I'm an artist. I release whatever I want. That kind of vibe, and then they'll be like,
I like
okay,
that.
fine. Yeah, thankful for my company because
Yeah.
I get to do what I want. So
And you're not regretting
No.
that you didn't become
See,
a sound engineer.
that too, but
Obviously,
like
yeah.
most of the decisions I make, so
Right.
I don't regret.
Right.
So I've had the cases of where other people decided what I should release,
Yeah.
and I ended up regretting, and so I kind of changed my stance of
Right.
releasing songs.
Well, I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Because I only recorded 2 releases, so like I have 1 EP and 1 single, and I met a few sound engineers along the way of my music journey. Everybody seems really fucking depressed. All the sound engineers that I've met.
Oh,
Like,
I
you know-
have,
you know, like,
I
you
have
know-
a lot to say about that.
Well, okay, so I let me just give you a story. Like, for example, like, when you watch like those YouTube videos of, I don't know, like Dre or Timberland, like making a beat.
Yeah.
Everybody in the studio is like
Vibing.
They're like
Like
chilling.
weed.
Yeah, they're smoking weed, and it's like a party there. When I was imagining like some sort of atmosphere where it's very chill and everybody's just enjoying music, but like all the sound engineers that I've been through, like they're all depressed, like crazy. They don't like music. Like they literally fucking want to like
There's people like
stop
that.
listening.
There's like famous
Maybe my music's
composers like who just make one song a year because like
They don't
they're
like
just,
their job.
they just have to make it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, there's just people like that too. But I mean, I also have a question for you too. Is like for idols, when you make a song, there's gonna be a director directing your voice, right? Basically, like they'll be like, okay,
Right.
like Subin, you're a little off pitch here. Sing a little bit more like this.
Vocal directors.
A vocal director, and I feel like a lot of K-pop has that. So as like an indie artist, do you direct your own sound and how you want the sound to be, or
Yes.
okay, so you're gonna be like full control of that.
Yes. I think I have a certain way of writing and producing songs. So once I have a demo, I kind of know, I have a 95%, image of what the sound should be and what the arrangement should be. Like, so I don't have a hard time deciding what tones I should go
Oh,
for and
wow.
stuff like that.
That's something
So-
that I'm so like jealous of because as an idol, you don't get to pick the type of like voice color you want or
Yeah.
like the vibe you want.
They
You
just make you.
yeah, they're just like, oh, can I just sing it more like this? I'm like, no, I think right here. I mean, and then that's their
Yeah.
job, you know. So
to
you
make
can't just.
sellable products and I understand, but usually labels, they consider artists as products. So whatever sells, you have to do.
Okay,
And
here you go.
Hard truth spilled.
Spitting a lot of tea.
Ah.
But
So tell me about depressed
yes, depressed sound engineers.
Because you were almost one. If you had been to New York, right?
So I mix,
You
master my own own songs. I've mixed and
Wow.
mastered
That's
like a
hard
lot of
work.
other artists as well. And when I first came to Korea, I was a mixer because I had to earn some money.
Right.
But the main difference in Korea and the States is that you don't get to choose what you want to mix in
Yeah.
Korea. So you don't have a lot of creative freedom in
Right.
terms of mixing, and people don't understand that mixing is also an art.
Right. It's actually a
An
very
art
big
form.
part of.
It's
the
a
song.
very
Like the
big
final,
part.
like the final
Um,
piece of the songs.
And like back in the States, people, if you liked me as a mixer, if you send me a song, you trust that I'll do my best of
Right.
my capabilities, and to serve you with
Right, right.
the song as
Yeah,
the best
yeah,
as I
yeah.
can. Here, it's more like,
It's
oh,
more
I paid you
technical.
money,
Yeah.
so do what I want.
Right.
Put the vocals up. Put this down.
So
Oh my
they're
God.
So, like-
taking you as more of an engineer.
So like they're taking you more as like a technical
Right, right,
engineer
right.
rather than like someone who has a artistic
Right.
influence in the music. And if I had experiences like this, like maybe once or twice, I'd be like, oh, maybe it's just this artist that's asking for a lot. But then most of the relationship between artists and engineers, or producers and engineers, are kind of like what I described right now. So
They're just outsourced
like
laborers,
you don't,
essentially.
and
Yeah.
the worst part is if they kind of mess with your mix, as in if they ask you to, well, put the vocals up, and if you're not satisfied, you're only doing work like that's not satisfying.
I
So
see.
that comes to a point where like, oh, I'm ashamed to put my name on the song credit, or like sometimes there has been times where
there was a time when
I told
me that, too.
an artist, you know what, I'll do this for free, just don't
Whoa.
put my name on it.
Actually, like my friend did the same to me, and I put his name on it. Like basically, you're getting in there. but yeah, so like I was surprised because like when I arrived at the studio, like not everybody, the engineer really like looked like he wanted to kill himself, and he's like depressed, and I actually told him like, oh, can you like give us some input? And he didn't know what to say. Because I feel like engineers in Korea, they're afraid that like their client would say something like, would not want to work with them if like they mess with their mix in a creative way, but the client doesn't like it, right?
Very true. And
Yeah, so-
I think it's a very bad cycle.
Yeah.
Because once like conversations and interactions, loses
Yeah.
its way, then
Yeah.
the process of making a better song
Right.
gets shut down.
Right.
And so the key thing that I learned when I was mixing in the States was, talk to the person, like have a good conversation, get feedback, and also put your input. Like ask them, oh, I'm trying to do this. What do you think? And then I'll send them my version of the mix, and then I'll send them a cleaner version of the mix, and like just communicate. But then in Korea, like communication is not
Yeah.
There's definitely
welcomed,
like a
I guess.
like a
Yeah, there's like
higher-
yeah.
Power.
And so like I stopped mixing entirely.
Oh.
Just
For
for,
other,
only
for
your
other people,
songs.
yeah. So
I was gonna
stopped,
ask you to mix
like,
my album. Yeah, it's hard work.
Yeah.
I understand, and it's like people are never satisfied.
plus
Yeah,
pay is very low.
low, right?
In Korea.
I was so surprised.
Yep.
Like I felt guilty.
Can you disclose how much the pay is? Like,
So like, let's just say I just got out of college. Let's say I got out of Berkeley Music College, production engineering. Your minimum when you mix would be around like the $500 to $1,000 in between. In Korea, let's say a well-known mixer only gets like 300 to like 600.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And
then-
everybody's from Berkeley.
Yeah, and like, back in the States where if you have a certain discography
Yeah.
of like people you worked with, your name value goes up with
Right.
your price
Right.
a lot higher.
Oh.
And so like it's kind of like I would say engineers in Korea, they look so dissatisfied because they're unhappy with the work, plus they get low pay. And so if you got a higher pay and if you were still
Yeah.
dissatisfied, maybe you'd be a little bit more okay
I
with that. But
What?
So pay
I'm
them
not
more?
bored. I'm sorry, but
pay them more.
yeah,
Or-
so like
or-
either
or-
pay
yeah.
them more or
Give them
just
creative
yeah,
freedom.
give them creative freedom to
Yeah.
do what they think it's the best for the song.
Mm.
Because probably they know better than
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's but entertainment people
agree.
always are just like, no, you gotta
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
I think it's the same in like video editing.
Yeah.
as well.
Oh.
Like,
Oh
No,
man.
let's not even get-
Okay, let's
let's
not
not
even
get
go
into
there.
it.
But man, these people think they know video. Like here's the thing. Here's the thing.
let's not start.
These
You're getting
freaking
in there. You're
people
going in there.
Don't know shit about like music
Uh-huh.
or video, and they get into like the technical areas, and they're like, oh, put the vocals up. And like it's not like simple as just riding the fader. It's like,
not.
oh, you gotta take out all the other instruments, like EQ that shit. So you gotta redo like an hour of work for one CEO to come in and say, oh, put the vocals up. And then this other guy from the label who hears the music is like, oh, maybe the vocals are a little too high. Put the instruments up or some shit like that. And then it's like back and forth. It's
communication.
It's the same for video. It's the same for video. So
Yeah.
I hope that people who know their stuff.
I just hope the culture would change.
Yeah, exactly.
I just hope there's a
I feel the pain, man.
better like understanding of art form and better understanding
Yes.
of how much like people need to get paid
Respect.
or respected.
Yes.
And so I've been trying to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you could answer this question, but maybe Subini too. But who does line distribution?
Line?
Like
Oh.
I think
multiple member
Subini might
groups.
not be in.
As in like top line?
No.
like
like
the
as in like
verses.
in a group.
Yeah.
Like how do you distribute the lines?
I would not know that.
Usually the person who had made the song, like the composer, all the members would sing the whole song in front of the composer at least like once, and then they'll pick out
like
the
an audition.
sound or the line that they think each member is the best at,
Ah.
and or I mean the company could decide to like if because sometimes the visual has to be in the chorus or
yeah,
like the
yeah.
center, so they'll ask the visual. They'll be like, hey. Do you think you could sing this?
You take this
And then
part.
sometimes they'll match the key of the voice, you know, because sometimes the main vocal might not be able
Right.
to. I mean, the main visual might not be able to sing that key. So usually it all depends, but most of the times it's the person who produced or composed the song.
I have a question. So do the members that like sing like
Get jealous?
3 seconds, like,
Yeah.
hey, we're lady.
Yeah.
Do they get jealous? Do they get pissed? That they
There's
only have, like, 3
definitely
seconds?
many times where a lot of members think that they could do a better job than the personal members. Or when you listen to a song, you're like, man, I really like this part of the song.
Yeah.
I wish that's my part. But there's so many times where that's not going to be your part and it just is like another member. So I wouldn't say like there's a fight, but you definitely get like discouraged because you can't do anything about that. You know, it's not like you could fight for getting that line. It's already like set. So that's the thing I'm always like I'm very envious about like indie artists or just people who have creative directions with their songs. Is like idols don't get that a lot. Even if you are a top idol, like unless you're like GD or like Big Bang or like Zico who like take full control of that. Most of the times, even if you're like a big group, it's hard to take control of where you
Okay,
want to go.
I have another question
Okay.
for LambC this time.
Yes.
So like this is what I heard for features. Have you had features?
Yes.
Yeah. So features, I heard like for rappers they pay by word. Is that true? Is that true?
I think
By word.
yeah, I think every artist is different. So yes, I've heard people who get paid by
Word?
like
Syllables?
sections. Like 8 bars.
Words
16
is 아니라
bars.
like yeah
bars.
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 Yeah.
근데 word도 있어. They have
Really?
artists Because
Oh my God, if it's
my
word, then
friend,
they could just be like.
yeah, like so
How
if
about-
you're like outsider or Busta Rhymes,
Oh my
man, you're
God.
gonna get paid like if you want like rap god style, like
Seriously.
Eminem rapping, then you're gonna get paid a lot. But like I had a friend who worked with the rapper who got paid by word.
Wow.
I'm serious.
That's the first though.
Oh really?
Like,
Okay.
I've heard
Yeah.
rappers getting paid by bars. and,
bars, yeah.
Eminem's gonna get rich then.
Yeah. He's spitting like
Rap god.
16 syllables per second.
It really was so funny.
So by bars is the
yeah,
most
I
standard.
think that's the most standard. Or just by a song.
What if you have a feature and like he sends you his part, you don't like it? How do you like say that to him?
I would be very honest
Like,
with him.
say this is ass.
Like I would be like, no, I wouldn't tell
It's ass.
him it's ass, but I'll be like, oh, I'll give him more specific directions of like what I want. First, I'll ask him, oh, do whatever you want, and then if I feel like it's too overboard of what I want, then I'll tell him, okay, maybe I should give you a bit of reference. Like, this is what I want, and this is what I want the song to be.
Right.
And so they'll catch on it. I've never worked with a rapper. I've worked with a rapper once, but it got like
Not great.
not a good, you know.
Like come out. It didn't come out. Well.
It didn't come out at all.
I also have a question too.
Some-
Can I ask?
A lot of questions today.
Yeah, basically, with idols, with each comeback, they can get a different concept, right? And they could change up the genres that they want to do. And for indie artists, they usually have like a set genre or a set vibe that they like to push out through. And I know you also had like a transition with your genres as well. So kind of want to know like what made you kind of transition into like a different genre, or you know how that works out. If you're sometimes feel stuck with just putting out that genre, is that the reason why? A little bit about that.
I think on a personal level, I really liked artists or bands that kind of, you know, had different sounds as time flew by. Like prime example would be like Linkin Park, Maroon 5, Coldplay. Like I loved what they did on their first album, their second, but then I loved what they did after their first and second, and then their third, fourth album. I personally feel that it's an artist's duty to improve and develop their sound rather than trying to stick with one. And so, like for me, I've been blessed enough to have a creative freedom of whatever I want to do, and I kind of don't put myself in any genre, to be very honest, because even my 대표님, he's like, so what's your genre? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just do whatever sounds
That's
right.
great.
And I do whatever I feel like want to do. And so I think for that question, it's more of like, as you get older, your taste gets, you know,
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Your musical taste
Yeah.
differs, and your tongue.
You can't
and-
sing about like
Yeah,
being
like
a little boy.
yeah, like you can't
know, like,
sing of like love
40
songs
years
that are
old.
like 10 age ish when you're like 30 and stuff.
That'd be
and so,
fucking weird.
Yeah. So I think it's just a natural transition.
Exactly.
Yeah, in my musical journey at least.
My last question. Okay.
Okay.
How do you know when a song is done? Like, you know, when you're mixing a song, for example, like there's probably a lot of artists that request like endless revisions, right?
Yes,
How do you know it's done?
I hate that. I hate
know.
endless like revisions.
I hate it too.
For me, I'm a very I like business. Like I study about business. I do a lot of research. The only thing I can do as an artist to know when a song is done is to have deadlines.
Deadlines.
Yes.
So have hard.
It's a very
Very technical,
simple way to work,
Yeah.
but then I have deadlines. And also because I'm not working alone, I have my label people,
Right.
and I always have like deadlines of, okay, I'm gonna finish the song by this time frame, mix, master, whatever, I don't care, I'm gonna finish it. Then I'm gonna pass it over to you so you can do your job.
Then you're done.
Then I'm done. So like for my album, like I passed on the masters like 2 months before the release.
Mm.
And so I was doing nothing when the releases were, So for me, you can never have a perfect mix. You can never have a perfect master. It's just, sometimes you just gotta let
Just
it
put
go.
it out.
Yeah, you just move on.
That's a good policy to have. My band people need to hear this. Damn.
No, but like for real, deadlines are key. I think if you don't release it, you're always stuck
Right.
on that
Exactly.
little process, and it's very
Exactly.
unproductive.
I
Okay.
agree with you. And you're gonna sing 2 songs for us now.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, let's end the show with a performance by LambC. So we have actually your socials and your YouTube page and stuff like that on the descriptions below. So if you want to hear LambC's music, please go check out the descriptions. And
Is there any like last word that you would want to say to the viewers who are watching right now?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. This was
no problem.
this was
This is very
nice.
informative.
I've
like
never had an interview with cuss words and
Oh, really?
freedom to like just talk whatever I
You
want.
can,
Yeah.
you can come here all the time.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it's very refreshing. Thank you for having me. Thank you for everything.
Yay! Are you guys ready to hear his live?
Yeah.
Everyone's ready.
Before we go,
Am I ready?
Before we
Are
go
you
on,
ready?
before we go on.
I'm sorry, but super chats are super chats.
Okay,
Your
okay, we got some super chats.
Money should be respected. Dawa Dorka, thank you for the $2. $3. I think Sonu has a huge potential to be an actor. Me too. Coco Ling, thank you for the $5. LambC, good job on the decision to pursue your passion as an artist first. I look forward to listening to your music more in the future.
Thank you.
Hey, check out the socials and the music videos and his discography down below. Yeah.
Yes, and go to patreon.com/DKDKTV to support our channel. And let's hear some tunes. Okay, what are we gonna go first?
Let's go with a fortune teller.
Ooh.
Okay.
Featuring Stella Jung, but she's not here. So I'm
Stella
not
Jung.
Oh,
You work with
Stella
Stella
Jung.
Yeah.
Oh my-
David's voice just changed. He was like,
Oh, David's now suddenly
David's
interested
now
because there's
interested?
women.
We
okay.
need
Yes.
to get some beer after this.
Okay, Sandra, are we ready? Play the tune. Oh, Chalmer, thank you for the $5. This went so fast. Thank you, LambC, for a very interesting convo. Okay, ready? Can we like? Yes, you can be comfortable. You don't have to like lean forward.
Oh, okay. My back hurts, so I'm gonna like. I think I invented time travel up in my head. Now I'm never leaving for the moment, not just yet. Simulations are great. I like playing it safe. By the way, hey, hey, by the way, hey, hey, by the way, hey, hey, by the way, hey, the fortune teller, hey, hey, by the way, hey, hey, by the way, hey, hey, by the way, hey, the fortune teller. Educated guesses all my answers, 9 out of 10. Everyone will think that I'm crazy, but not just yet. Simulations are great. I like playing it safe. By the way, hey, hey, by the way, hey, hey, by the way, hey, hey, by the way, hey, I'm the fortune teller. Hey, hey, by the way, hey, hey,
next song, and then we'll finish this stream. Can you put us like on the lower right, or no?
All right, next song is called "We Drive." Chasing for something that keeps on going out of sight. Call it a dream, but I still think that it's really worth a fight. Left on my own, and I think that's gold. So for once, let's ignore all the signs and drive. Drive, we drive, we drive. Drive, drive, we drive, we drive. Drive, drive, we drive, we drive. Drive, drive. Finding my place and I need some space. Yeah, taking it slow, start from what I know. Still falling over nothing while trying to stay grounded. Maybe I just need a break from everything. So why don't we go for a drive? Drive, we drive, we drive. Drive, drive, we drive, we drive. Drive, drive, we drive, we drive. Drive, drive, we drive, we drive. Catching feelings, wheels keep spinning till we give in, losing control. We find meaning, hearts are beating, turn it up, we're moving on now. We drive, we drive, 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 we drive, we drive, 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 we drive, we drive. Catching feelings, wheels keep spinning till we give in, losing control. We find meaning, hearts are beating, wind is blowing. Let's ignore all the signs and drive. Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Make sure you guys go check out his songs.
Spotify link. Bye.
Bye bye, guys. Bye. Check out LambC, descriptions below.